Hi there, I'm Beth. Welcome to Read Remark. Today we are going to talk about 3 good books that I got from thrift stores. I know, booktubing does not have to be super expensive. Here's how you can save some money. Thanks for joining today. We're going to talk about 3 good books that I have found at thrift stores. So I've heard a lot that booktubing can be a little bit too expensive for people, what with all the book hauls and stacks of new books that they're getting. It doesn't have to be expensive. So you might notice that some booktubers are getting their book hauls from libraries. They're just books that they're temporarily checking out. Some of them are getting them from a subscription service where they can save some money, and then some of them are getting them for free as advanced reader copies. So it doesn't have to cost a lot of money. Here's one way that I have gotten books really cheap. Thrift stores. I haven't so much lately because once I started having babies, I couldn't really afford the time to go and search. But if you have that time and can go and search, you can find some real gems, some diamonds in the rough. So here are 3 that I have really enjoyed. They're kind of off the beaten path, which is the magic of thrift store books. You get some unusual finds you wouldn't have gotten before. Number 1, Are You Anybody by Marilyn Funt. This was the wife of the famous celebrity Alan Funt in, I think, maybe the 1970s. And so, of course, she was used to getting the question, are you anybody? A lot of times. And so in that book, it's nonfiction, she interviews a lot of other famous wives who I believe are housewives and are kind of questioned on who they are, what they do, what their contribution to the world is, because their husbands' contributions are so great and so widely known that these women are kind of just existing in the background. I go back and forth on this book. Number 1, I think it's important in the women's movement in showing that these women had value. On the other hand, maybe it's a rich housewife's attempt at validation for her rich housewifey life so that she can go eat her Cobb salad with a clear conscience at Waldorf's. That's probably my own snobbery / jealousy. Number 2, How to Talk with Practically Anybody About Anything by Barbara Walters. Yes, the Barbara Walters, the famous newscaster. This was written also, I believe, in the 70s, maybe the 60s? I think the 70s. This was before she became the famous celebrity interviewer. She was more of the hard-hitting journalist that was the go-to for all these really hard, important news stories. And so the interesting thing I found about this book was her disdain that she had for celebrities and how self-centered they were in this book. It's just really funny about a woman who would later become the go-to celebrity interviewer because she was the one who could pull those emotions out of the famous people. So it's kind of a Barbara Walters at her prime in the 60s or 70s, but before the Barbara Walters of the 80s and 90s prime that she lived. Number 3, Even Cowgirls Get the Blues by Tom Robbins. This book is wonderful. It's not just an odd, obscure, diamond in the rough, rare find that you'll find at thrift stores. It's a legit fiction book that you should read. This author is off the wall and it's wonderful. It's about a woman with really big thumbs and her misadventures through life. Did I sell it? Not really? It's okay, just read it, you'll get it. Maybe. It's just completely strange, off the wall. Made me a big fan of Tom Robbins. I think they made it into a movie, but I never saw it because the book was just so strange that I couldn't imagine how they would make it into a movie, and I didn't want the movie to ruin my my imagination that I had with the book. I liked it a lot. That wraps it up. Those are the 3 good books that I have found at thrift stores. Of course, there are many, many more because there are tons of books. Remember, as soon as someone reads something, maybe they don't want it sitting on their bookshelf forever, and so they'll have a garage sale or they'll donate it to a thrift store, and you can reap those rewards and get a really good book for cheap. It's not just the stupid cast-offs that you'll find It's really good, legit books. Number 1. Wait, what was number 1? Number 1, Number 1, Are You Anybody by Marilyn Funt. Number 2, How to Talk to Practically Anybody About Practically Anything by Barbara Walters. Number 3, Even Cowgirls Get the Blues by Tom Robbins. Those are the 3 that I found. Tell me which ones that you've found. Let's be cheapos together. I'm bringing in the kid to do my outro because I am lousy at wrapping things up. So take it away, kid.
Don't forget to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. Just smash that subscribe button. Just don't break your computer so you can watch more.
Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you next time.